He wants to remain anonymous, so can you give a big cheer for Rupert Knutt? You've heard of Rupert Bear from Nuttwood? I'm Rupert Knutt from Bearwood. How are you? And do I look alright? Hey, Cockwan told me balaclavas are in. And yes, I have been to Specsavers. You should have seen the second pair they give me. You're not going to believe this, but they made me look a right twat. So I was in the bath the other day, I was doing a bit of ticking and a bit of crossing. Is something's good? Is it tick? If it's crap, it's a cross. For example, Kentucky Fried Chicken Barking Bucket with spicy fries. Is it tick? Quiche is a cross. So I was in the bath and my mum come in. I said, Mum, I'm in the bath. She said, Rupert, it's nothing I ain't seen before. I said, oh, you see me with a shampoo bottle stuck up my arse, have you? Timotei is a tick. Fozine is a cross. So I slept like a log last night. Woke up this morning, found myself floating in the toilet. I've just been suspended from the local neighbourhood watch. Apparently they didn't like what I was watching. And I've just come in from night school. I've been learning French. When I got there, the lesson had already started and the teacher said, Rupert, Rupert, vous êtes un retard. I thought that was a bit harsh. I mean, I was only late. I've been looking into aerobics classes till they caught me. They said, are you on the register? I said, what's that got to do with anything? Now I went to see my grandparents today, I went to see my nan today. My nan's there, she's all old and frail. She said, Rupert, would you like me to make you a nice cup of tea? I said, no, Nan. I'm waiting to make me a horrible cup of tea like you normally do. My granddad was glued to the telly. He's crap at DIY. Nailed his head to the kitchen door last week. Yes, and when he was younger, you know, he used to give me a leg and a wing and I used to go, whee! Because that's what it smelt of. And my granddad, he actually did suffer from IBS, irritating bastard syndrome. Because my nan and my granddad now, they both, I think, suffer from crippling arthritis and Parkinson's disease, and I didn't realise how bad it was till they were there on the step waving me goodbye, and they were there. Now there's only one thing in the world worse than being talked about. There's only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that's being talked about when you suffer from acute paranoia. Now a lot of people say to me, they say, how did you get into my bedroom? And other people say to me, they say, Rupert, where are you from? Well, I was born and inbred in Birmingham. And Birmingham's got a long line of famous comedians, Jasper Carrot. To name but a few. You know, years ago, Jasper Carrot did his most famous routine called the Nutter on the Bus. The Nutter on the Bus. Now, I get the bus all the time, man. And I've never seen a nutter on the bus. The number of people I've gone up to on the number 126 are going, oi, can you see a nutter on this bus? And they go, no, mate, no. And mysteriously, they always seem to get off at the next stop. And you know, if you're a passenger on a bus, can you get done with curb crawling? Just me again, eh? Now, a lot of people say to me, they say, are you going to buy that magazine or what, mate? It's in the bloody library, you know. I know people say to me, they say, Rupert, what do you think about the level of crime in our society? The level of crime? Well, I think it's all down to lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. I mean, the old debate about smacking kids has come up again. Do you think we should be smacking kids? Yeah. Tick or cross? Tick. It's a tick, of course. No, I don't mean beat the living daylights out of them. I just mean a smack. I mean, when I was a kid, my mum used to smack me every day of the week, whether I needed it or not. I mean, I turned out all right. Yeah, I mean, I think children are our future. Michael Jackson said that. There's my tribute. So I think children should be protected. I think they should be immunised. Children should be immunised against meningitis B, meningitis C, and the other Spice Girls. Because I had a very sad childhood. I mean, when I was growing up, the other kids wouldn't play with me. No, I used to have to end up playing with myself. Still do. I used to get paper cuts off Lucky Bags. And I was bullied at school. I was bullied at school by the teachers. We had one teacher, she's from Barnsley. From Barnsley, and name was Miss Smart, right? And she never picked me for nothing, right? She never picked me for nothing, even though I was always offering to put my hand up. And I'm no good at maths, right? She used to make me stand up in front of the class and recite me times tables. I said, Miss, I can't do it. She said, can't? Can't? Rupert, there's no such word as can't. Now I'll be down to London. And I found that when I'm on, there is. Oh yeah, I'm not much of an academic, you know. I go down to the library about 4 times a week, you know. I don't go inside. That's where they keep the bottle bank. I got a mate of mine went to university. My mate went to university, lived off his grant, and after 3, there's a nice tune there, thank you very much. He was studying music. My mate lived off his grant, and after 3 years he got a second. I stayed at home, lived on the dole every Friday. I got an 8th. But do you need an education these days? I mean, look at the guy behind FC UK. You see it everywhere. FC UK, right? He's dyslexic. He's done all right. Yeah.